I started thinking about how lame edginess can be because of the whole Maximilian Muss thing, but I didn't really feel the need to make a video on it until my girlfriend started watching my Hottie and the Naughty video. And listening to some of the shit I say in that video, I was nearly the first person to kill themselves with weaponized cringe produced from my own self. So yeah, I think it's very fair to say that I've grown up a lot. I want to be specific about what I mean when I say edgy. We all kinda know what edgy is when we talk about it, but kinda isn't good enough for me. So let's narrow it down with Urban Dictionary. The top definition is something or someone trying too hard to be cool, almost to a point where it's cringeworthy. I would add trying too hard to be funny into that definition. There's also pushing the envelope like Conan O'Brien, okay, sure. Unconventional or way out there. You could also say that being edgy is challenging societal norms. So by that definition, RuPaul and other drag queens are edgy. But there's a huge difference between drag queens and the Maximilian Muss crowd. Drag queens aren't going in with the goal of being edgy. They have the goal of just expressing themselves from a very honest and genuine place. The Max Muss crowd goes in with the mindset of, I'm gonna go in and say the N-word 30 times, talk about fucking their mom, and say oh yeah over and over, and it's gonna be really funny and really edgy. They go in with the intention of being edgy. They're trying too hard and it isn't genuine and it ends up being cringe. So put simply, one side of edge is the unconventional but kinda cool or funny side, and the other side is the trying too hard attention whoring side. And when I say edgy is cringe, this is the one I'm talking about. This is the one Maximilian Muss and his followers belong to. And I was cringe. In the Hottie and the Naughty video, I said some things I regret, cringe at, and just don't agree with at all. I actually said out loud, Jesus, what was wrong with me? But I was just trying to be edgy and offensive and not myself. It wasn't genuine and it wasn't who I am. It wasn't me and that's why I cringe at it. The reason I was this way is, well, two main reasons. I was angry at the world for the pain I've experienced in my life, and I was afraid of being hurt. I thought that if I put my genuine self out there, I would get hurt, and I was terrified of that. So I would get angry when I saw that people managed to express themselves like I wanted to, and I would lash out in that angry, offensive, and edgy way. And I put up this wall of fakeness to shield myself from any possible hurt. And cringe often comes from this non-genuine fake edginess. This past year I've put a lot of work into removing the shield of fakeness and focusing on expressing myself, and the more I express myself and just stop keeping things in, the happier I become. If there's one message I want you to take from this video, it's that you should just be yourself. And don't let anyone stop you. Anyone that tries is just angry because they can't be true to themselves for whatever reason. But if you're one of the Maximilian Muss people that likes to eat their own shit, well, I'm sure you and my dog have a lot to talk about, but I would really like it if you stayed far away from me. My final words on my old videos are that I've grown up a lot since then, and I don't really like watching them. But I want to keep them up so people can see how much I've grown, and that if you encounter an edgy kid, then just keep in mind that they have a lot of growing up to do, like I did. Okay, let's talk about Maximilian Muss. I wish I didn't know about the stuff he got up to. I wish he didn't exist, but it also gave me this opportunity to really see just how lame and cringy this edgy stuff is. But Max isn't edgy. Maximilian Muss is a psychotic weirdo freak. There's expressing yourself, but once you're into scat and child porn, then you seriously need psychological help. If you like child porn, then please express yourself to your nearest police officer. Most of the people that followed Max had no idea about all the fucked up shit he was doing. And that's because it was all going on in his Discord. On his YouTube channel it was pretty standard trolling, just being the most annoying and offensive he could be to get a reaction out of people. But on his Discord things were pretty insane. Bullying campaigns, playing around with and eating poop, and child porn. And when Max would see this stuff, he would think it was funny apparently. You've probably seen at least Critical's video on Maximilian, so I'm not gonna go over all of it, because I don't want to. But the important part about Max is that he's a fucking coward. He led these bullying campaigns and was absolutely horrible to people that were vulnerable or weaker than him. But the fucking second he gets a taste of his own medicine, he runs like the little bitch he is. He vanishes, deletes his channel and everything. He says he did that because someone else is getting doxxed, and that's bullshit. Max has clearly shown that he doesn't give a fuck about other people. He did it because he's scared. He's scared that people find who he is, because if that happens, his life is over. No normal person is gonna be okay with the horrible shit he got up to. He'll become a social outcast if he isn't already, which he probably is. Anyone that knows him is going to want nothing to do with him. He's terrified because he's always been a coward. He would never say any of the stuff he said, even just in his videos, if his identity had been revealed. He was only tough because he had the anonymity of the internet. Plus, he lured 15-year-olds into watching a guy expose himself to them, and then he would play with his butthole and, you know, eat the stuff that was in there. And that's probably not very legal. But their edgy trolling is cringe. The Max community is cringe.
Max will troll you and delete you. Max troll you, chicken.
Fucking forehead, listen.
If I went to my local insane asylum, I'm sure I'd find a more coherent conversation than anything I would have with a Max fan. Their goal is just to be annoying or get some shock value because they think that's really funny, and yeah, absolutely hilarious. But I think they also do it for attention like Max did. He constantly did Twitch and Discord raids for attention. And honestly, it's just pathetic that their lives are that empty that that's their entertainment. They do this for attention because they don't get attention in real life. And I mean, would you want to pay attention to this? Being edgy for the sake of it is something you grow out of. Max is what you become when you don't grow out of it. A developmentally stunted degenerate. Look, I'm not some safe space politically correct guy. By most standards I'm still pretty edgy. But you have to draw the line somewhere. And for me, I mostly know the line when I see it. But I know for sure that over the line for me is being obnoxiously mean to people, going after children or the mentally handicapped. When it comes to making fun of people, it becomes a little bit more of a grey area. But if someone is an asshole, yeah, absolutely make fun of them. Full green light. But generally, I think everyone should be fair game to be made fun of, with the exception of children and the disabled. And I most certainly draw the line at eating shit and child porn. Edgy becomes cringe when they're trying too hard. For example, a teenager who is just very dark and dresses in all black and has a very big black trench coat. And their soul is just so dark and you can't even comprehend how dark it is. Or it can be Max's pathetic raid on Critical.
There's almost nothing more embarrassing than actually watching Maximilian Muss. That's like standing up and declaring yourself a pedophile.
What'd he say?
Wild.
I muted it.
Is there any level of shame?
He said that there's nothing more
Thanks to be so
embarrassing than
turbo.
watching Maximilian Muss.
Oh my god, really? Fuck, I
Yeah.
muted it. Why? Oh my god. Everybody type nerd.
Mr. Beastbot is pulling out some. Remember when he took over YouTube for a bit? Yeah, and then he started sharing child porn. in
Oh
his
my
Discord.
god,
It's been all
what
downhill
is...
since
Did
then.
you hear what he just said?
What?
What the fuck?
I don't recall
What did
any
he
of
just take?
What? My
Really?
god, what a fucking...
that. I don't recall any of that.
I'm just gonna
Imagine just saying that, like...
What?
Whoa. That's... He's so retarded. Everyone type... type you're pedophobic.
I truly hope Mr. Beast doesn't play like this. This guy is a
Type
maniac.
you're pedophobic. I never really liked him, but like... I was kind of indifferent, but after that, that's just like... Wow. Facepalm. Alright, he put it on slow-mo. Let's just end it here.
Yeah.
That's so... I still can't get over that. Like... Man, what the fuck?
Troll, dude.
I'm just a bad troll, but at least my mom doesn't look like a mole, like yours.
My mom has a hole. Yes, she has a vagina. I've seen it. It's normal.